The world of professional baseball is dominated by larger-than-life athletes, who tower over the average human, which is why we celebrate the shortest MLB players as we feel like we can relate to them. Below are the 10 shortest professional baseball players of all time. 10. Joe Sewell. Height, 5 feet 6 inches. After a tragic and unlikely beginning to his MLB career, Sewell was called up to the majors after another shortstop on the Cleveland Indians was killed by a pitch during a game. Sewell went on to make the most of his opportunity. Though he wasn't necessarily known for his defensive play, the undersized Sewell was a master at the plate. He owns the second lowest career strikeout rate in MLB history, behind only Willie Keener, another short guy on our list, along with the single-season record for his excellent plate discipline in 1932 when he only struck out 3 times the whole year. 9. Phil Rizzuto. Height, 5 feet 6 inches. Rizzuto, at only 5 feet 6 inches, earns a spot as one of the best short MLB players of all time, but you'll just as easily find him on most lists of the best shortstops of all time, regardless of height. A defensive wizard, Rizzuto was an anchor for a Yankees team that went on to win 7 world championships during his 13 years with the team. A slightly above-average hitter with a knack for getting on base, Rizzuto really shined on defense. His 12-17 career double plays turned still ranks in the top 20 all-time at his position. 8. Lewis Robert "Hack" Wilson. Height, 5 feet 6 inches. Not Hack Wilson. Though he stood only 5 feet 6 inches and weighed around 190 pounds, he was an incredible power hitter throughout his 12-year career. During the 1930 season, the squatty outfielder cranked out an unheard of 56 homers, a record that stood for nearly 70 years, and almost 200 RBIs. It's one of the best hitting seasons ever and wasn't matched until the PED-fueled Sosa-McGwire home run duel that came almost decades later. 7. Bobby Shantz. Height, 5 feet 6 inches. Pitchers are usually the tallest guys on the diamond, so it pretty much shocked the entirety of the baseball world when Bobby Shantz came onto the scene in 1949 and started lighting up batters left and right. 5'6" is remarkably short for a MLB pitcher, and it makes Shantz one of the shortest pitchers of all time. But what's even more surprising than the fact that Shantz got a chance to pitch at all considering his height was the fact that he kept doing it, year after year. In fact, the pint-sized Shantz pitched well for over a decade, compiling a record of 119-99 to go with over 1,000 strikeouts. 6. Rabbit Maranville. Height, 5 feet 5 inches. Though he played long before the towering, athletic marvels of the 21st century, Maranville was considered greatly undersized when he came into the league in 1913. His talent, however, was undeniable. A terrific defender and notorious class clown, Maranville carved out an astounding 23-year career in the big leagues, a mark that wouldn't be bested until Pete Rose came along some 50 years later. One of the shortest shortstops to ever play the game, Rabbit piled up over 2,600 career hits, 28 home runs, a MVP runner-up season and even a World Series win in his sophomore season. 5. Freddie Patek. Height, 5 feet 5 inches. Known as one of the scrappiest MLB players of all time, Freddie Patek didn't have a lot of size or power, but he more than made up for it with heart and love for the game. Patek was the shortest player in the league for most of his career, but he worked it to his advantage quite often. An exceptional base stealer and defender, the Cricket, as he was known, was an incredible asset on every team he played for. He finally hung it up after 14 MLB seasons, notching 3 All-Star bids and being named to the Kansas City Royals Hall of Fame. 4. Willie Keeler. Height, 5 feet 4 inches. The first Hall of Famer on our list, and he stood at only 5 feet 4 inches, one of the shortest Hall of Famers in any professional sport. His impact on the game was monumental, even if his size was not. Known for exceptional plate discipline and a magnificent knack for making contact with nearly every pitch, Keeler still owns the lowest strikeout percentage in history. He was also an exceptional bunter, and not only pioneered the art of the bunt, he inspired some rule changes to prevent hitters from fouling off too many pitches with bunts. Many of his records still stand despite Keeler retiring after the 1910 season. 3. Pompeo Yo-Yo Davalillo. Height, 5 feet 3 inches. Officially named Pompeo, it was his teammates that went on to give Davalillo his memorable nickname of Yo-Yo. As far as the annals of baseball history are concerned, DAVALILLO is in a tight race for the second shortest player in history. No one can measure up to Eddie GAEDEL, but he's almost as well known for being just the fourth Venezuelan player in the MLB. In 19 career games, Yo-Yo piled up a respectable .293 batting average and 2 RBIs. 2. Stubby Magner. Height, 5 feet 3 inches. Another serious trailblazer at the position, Magner stood head and shoulders above the likes of GAEDEL, but was only 5 feet 3 inches. Most of the best players, even at the time, were at least 5 feet 11 inches, including the legendary Ty Cobb, who stood at 6 feet 1 inch. His baseball career wasn't long-lived. He only appeared in 13 career games during the 1911 season, but the impact of his presence was felt for decades afterward. 1. Eddie GAEDEL. Height, 3 feet 7 inches. Bet you didn't think the shortest player to ever play in a major league game would clock in at under 4 feet tall. The legend of Eddie GAEDEL is a tall tale indeed, with the 3 feet 7 inches player brought in for just one professional at bat as part of a publicity stunt in 1951. The number he wore on his back: 1/8. Still, he managed to draw a walk in his lone plate appearance, and though his time in the MLB was only a gimmick, his family remains proud of the GAEDEL's place in baseball history. If you enjoyed today's content and find it helpful, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the notification bell button so you won't miss any of our future videos. Once again, this Toplist, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next video.